Hello my friend, I hope that you are well. So in this video, I will talk about code editor. So a code editor is the main tool for any developer, and we use it as as the name says, to write our actual code. And so let's now go to download a code editor. And the one that I advise everyone to use is Visual Studio Code, or VS Code for short. So this is, in my opinion, the best code editor by far that exists. And that's not just my own opinion. So VS Code is right now by far the most popular and the most widely used code editor. And that is for reason. It simply is the best and easiest to use, and of course, it is completely free. It's very important. Now, there are of course an alternative if you don't like the VS Code for some reason. So you can use Atom, or you can use something like Bracket as well. Okay, but again, I'm going to use VS Code in this course. And so I really advise you to follow this course using the exact same code editor to make everything easier for you to follow. So again, this code editor is completely free and it works on every platform. So just download whatever installer that you need for your own platform. Then install, of course, that code editor on your computer. And once you are done, come back to this video so that we can together set it up a little bit, just so that we can get started in the next section. Okay? So I hope that you managed to install VS Code on your system, and as you open it, it should look something like this. Now the color should probably all be different, but we'll fix that in a second, and maybe this welcome screen also looks different. Maybe you have installed the editor sometimes after I record this video, so maybe it will be different. But anyway, the main things should still work the same, and so let's actually start by installing a theme. So theme is basically all the colors that you see are on the screen, and also the color is in the actual code that you are going to write. Okay? Now, you don't need to install a theme, so you can simply change one of them that is already included in VS Code. So just click down here in this icon, and then color theme. And then here you can try one of these that you want. So for me, I am using Monokai. By default, I think it's light plus or dark plus. And so if you like one of them, you can simply keep that one. But as you see, the theme that I have is this Monokai, and this one was included by default. I think by default, I don't remember, by VS Code. And so if you want to install the same theme as I have, then simply comes here to this extension tab, and then search for Monokai. So Monokai. Oops, Monokai. Okay. You have Monokai Pro, it is not free, it is paid theme, but you have another one, so you can try them. And I think, as I said, Monokai now, what I am using, it is included in VS Code by default. Okay. So this is simply the theme that I love and that I use every single day, but of course you can use a different theme or a theme that you have already been using yourself. And so let's now move on and also talk about VS Code setting. So click this button and click here to setting. And so here I am going to show you a couple of settings that I am using in the course video, and that you should probably use as well to make it easier for you to follow the videos and also to code on your own later on. So, the first setting is this auto save that you should set on focus on change, as you see here. So you have this value here. I don't remember what is by default, so just put it on focus change. Okay, and so what this will do is that whenever you leave the code editor or you go to some other file, then it will automatically save that file without you having to do anything. And so that's very helpful. Yeah, that's very, very helpful. Now, if this isn't showing up here for you, you can simply search for everything from here. So just write auto save, okay, and you have it from here, or save or auto, what you want. Also, you can, if you want, change the font size, but that's not really important for you. Then another one is this one, this multi-cursor modifier. And this one sounds a bit weird, I know, but you can simply set it to control command if you want. And for me, I let it to the alt, so you have choice. So just when you need it, just know which one of the two you selected. But for now, again, this is not important. I will only start using it a bit later. Then I also have the word wrap turned on, but again, that's not that important, okay? So I think those are actually the most important ones. There is just another one that you need to change, and that is called format on save. So search here, format on save. Where is it? Oops, on save. Okay, here is it. The first one here. So just this one here on, which says that the formatter must be available, and by now it is not. But in one of the next section, we will actually install a formatter to automatically format our code. And by then, this setting here must be turned on, okay? And that's actually it for this video already. Now, just notice that I am working on Windows here, but everything will work exactly the same on Mac and on Linux. So, this VS Code editor, as I mentioned earlier, works just the same on all the platforms. Now, just one final and small adjustment that we can make, which I just remembered, and that's beside changing the main color theme. We can also change the theme of the file icons. So again, if you want your VS Code to look exactly the same as mine, then you can select material icon theme from here. The setting, file icon theme, and here I have material icon theme. Okay, maybe you don't have it. You can install it from here, extension. So go to the extension and search material icon theme. Here is it, the first one, and for me it is installed, so we will not install it again. So just click to install. So by default, I think by default it should be this minimal. This one, I think, minimal. But I prefer this one here, so material icon theme. And so by selecting this one here, then your code editor will probably look exactly the same as mine. Alright. And with that, we are actually ready to move on. Just make sure that you also have the latest version of Google Chrome installed on your computer. It's very important, because that is going to be the browser in which we will be testing our code. So here is what I want to talk about the code editor and how to configure it simple way. That we'll use this setting in our course, inshallah. Do what I have said in this video. It's very important. And if you want another thing, as I said also, you can change your theme, but it will not look like my code that I will write in the next section, inshallah. So stay motivated. See you in the next video, inshallah, to continue enter in the course. Follow me on Instagram, teams.winners and faisal.chico. Subscribe to my channel, Faisal Azib. I tell you goodbye. Wassalamu alaikum wa barakatuh.